On February 18th, the Springford Area School District and the High School Robotics Club held their second annual VEX Robotic Competition at the 9th Grade Center. 39 teams from around the state attended and put their machines to the test.
Today, students play in team alliances of two teams together, trying to actually put some large yellow stars over a barrier and also some large orange bean bags over a barrier before the other team can actually throw it back at them.
Really fun to participate in this. It was also fun putting it together. As vice president of the Springford Tech Club, I took part in a lot of this, and it's really fun to just see it come together.
Every year the competition changes, so students have to build a robot that can compete for that specific contest. There's a lot that goes into designing, creating, and building a robot in just a few months.
Well, we have to first do a lot of research in the beginning of robots that have already been built and ideas that have already been developed. And then from that, we put together our own idea, try to figure out what things work, what things don't work, and how we can solve those problems of those that don't work. And then comes the actual building of it.
Students spend a lot of time building their robots. They actually meet nearly every day after school, sometimes for several hours, actually debugging the code that they have to program the robots. So they debug their code. They have to solve mechanical problems, power problems. So we have a lot of mechanical engineering skills being built here, electrical engineering and programming skills that the students are all working out.
Along with using their math and science skills, students from the Robotics Club have to learn to work together. Building an android cannot be done by just one individual, but rather a team to design a competitive robot.
You have to have a team, especially to bounce ideas off each other. Like, someone may come up with a really good idea, but there's always going to be that one flaw in that plan. So then everyone else, they come together, they point holes in your ideas, and that just helps make the idea even more solid and solve all the problems. And then putting the robot together, like, everyone can't come every day, but just the idea that everyone's adding to it and helping out is really big.
No one student can actually, be the one who builds and programs one of these robots. And very often our teams are divided up with different duties that they take on.
I've learned that it takes a lot of work to accomplish anything, and I learned that building a robot is really hard. So I just thought at first they called it Robotics Club, and I was like, that sounds really interesting, I want to build a robot. And I went in there, I was like, this is a lot of work, but it's also really fun to be solving all these problems and putting together that robot itself.